Hey, what's up? This is Big Lee with Hustler Spirit. What's up, Fleece?
Man, I feel blessed, and I'm gonna tell you why. When I began telling my stories, I didn't think it was a lot of people out there that actually cared, man. But there was some people that sent me some money because they know that the uh, the Department of Correction and group with whoever they group with done staged a lot of stuff for me. They done bad mapped me on the internet. They done said things that I ain't done. And I'm on the internet now trying to tell my story, and I appreciate the people that has, my cash app is Real Fleece.
The Real Fleece.
The Real Fleece. That's the cash app. So if you want to send me some little money and make a difference, because you know as well as I know, all this internet stuff, I can work. I like doing homes, remodeling. I can do patios, windows, drywall, paint. But every time I get a job, I get fired because of the lies said of me on the internet. But I'm a rapist and all. I ain't done none of that, man. And people that know me in my hood, they tore up over it. But every time I go to my hood, they give me hugs, man, because you know why? Because I fed them. I fed the hungry, I fed the poor people, dope fiends, and people that were just nobody cared about. I used to bring them in my home, feed them, clothe them, me and my wife. And I want to say it, my wife. We fed them. Put money in their pocket, what little we had to spare. And if they can wear my clothes on my wife, we give them some clothes to take with them. We did that consistently, so I'm known for that in my hood. So I thank everybody that is coming to my, needs to help me out. I really appreciate you and I thank you. All right, now I want to talk to some of my fans out there that is trying to figure out my time sheet, how I got time, what year, what age was I locked up. When I got locked up, it was in 74, 1974.
How old were you?
I was really 14, turning 15. But I went to jail, and everybody that knows ever been in jail would tell you that you don't go to court soon you go to jail. That's a process that takes sometimes a year or two. So I turned 15 in jail. I did like probably a year and a half in jail. Then when they sent me to prison, soon they sent me to prison. 1975, when I went to prison, the Courier-Journal newspaper visited me the first day soon I hit that prison yard, the Courier-Journal, Louisville Courier-Journal, came in there and wanted to do an article on me because at the time that I went to prison, there was a law out here in Kentucky that said juveniles don't go to adult prison. So everybody's like, what the hell? Y'all done sending this juvenile, they wanted to talk to me. In the article, if you want to read the article, you probably have to pay $10, $15. The article read, 16-year-old prisoner, because I just turned 16. 16-year-old prisoner wants to get out and go straight. That was the headline, front page headline, Courier-Journal. I had a friend that went to get this article, and she had to pay like $15. They still got it in their archive. 16-year-old prisoner wants to get out and go straight. 1975. Google that, You can Google it on your phone and the article will come up, but it'll tell you you got to pay to get it. So I kept it real with you.
So you were 16, you went to prison.
No, I was when I hit prison, I just turned 16.
Which prison did you go to first?
LaGrange.
You went to LaGrange.
LaGrange.
And then when you turned 17, you went to
Eddyville, the maximum security prison. The worst is in the state.
Okay, I just wanted to get that straight.
Okay, since I've been out, I done been locked up once. Not for no crime I committed. And let me tell you something. When I went through the Louisville jail, they took me through there. They didn't strip me. I had all my clothes on. I went through an x-ray machine, that's it. And that was it. And the reason I'm talking about this is because, you know, I came out of Eddyville prison, the maximum security prison, so I know all the process and protocol on dealing with people when you search them, search and seize them. Louisville jail was running their mouth about they didn't have enough officers. They didn't have this, they didn't have that. People dying in jail, and they wondering where they getting all the drugs at, right? They telling the state, the government, they need more money. They need more officers. No, they don't. Their problem was how they process a person. When I used to come to jail, before I went to prison, they would strip you all the way down, tell you to squat, spread your ass cheeks, cough, run their hands through your hair, all that if you got hair. But they don't do that no more, and so now the jails is flooded with drugs. And then they go tell the lawmakers when these inmates is dying in there that we need more officers. We need more security. We need you don't need shit. You need to do your damn job. That's it. Cause all them prisoners that brought their drugs in, if they had went through Eddyville prison, believe me, they would have checked everything. They would have checked your shoes, your socks, your hair, your ears, your mouth, your lip, your tongue, lift your tongue up, spread your ass open. They'll check the bottom of your feet, your shoes, all the inseams of your underwears and everywhere. They gonna make sure you ain't got shit. And then whatever you wearing, they gonna tell you they gonna keep it, you get that back later. But Louisville jail ran their mouth, and I want everybody to know that jail lied. They got drugs and all. Let me tell you the game. Here's the game. Since y'all want me to tell shit, everybody want to talk about me, let me talk about y'all something a little. Here's the game. This shit happened before I even went to prison. You know, and what's going on, but now they done picked up all the players in the city, and I was one of them. The gamers, the people out there getting money, and we know there's a chance we might get locked up. And if we get locked up, we gonna need help on the inside. So what they was doing, they was telling their girlfriends and the little tackheads that they had, go up there, apply for a job at the jail. Go get you a job at the jail. I don't want to work at the jail. Go get you a job at the jail. And they go get it. And so the reason the players and pimps was putting them in the jail is because it's a lot of, look, a pack of cigarettes go for $600. So you don't think it's a lot of money in jail? So everybody was putting their girls and people in jail. If you ain't got a racket, go apply for a jail correction job. So anybody that affiliates with me, any of my crew, my dudes, people won't pay me, I say, look, man, I got somebody on the inside, man. Uh, tell dude, send my girl 1,500. I got him. So that's what's going on in Louisville. Corruption. Man, let me tell y'all something, man. When I first went to Eddyville, Eddyville was real tough back then. It was considered the worst prison in America. All that killings and stuff. And so when I went there and I got a chance to see what was going on, a lot of the blacks was like scared to death. The white guys running around with weapons. Blacks didn't have nothing. So they had this little guy named Willie. And I think his last name was Shaw, Willie Shaw. And he came out of the army. I don't know what his crime was that landed him in prison, but he's in there. And a lot of inmates, when they go to Eddyville, they get scared about what's going on down there because they was killing black people all the time down there, stabbing them, intimidating them. And everybody's trying to find an excuse to get out of Eddyville. So this little dude, Willie, because he was in the Army, Air Force, whatever he was in, he made a parachute. Yeah, a real parachute. And went up under the pavilion, and them guards was running around the yard looking for him and stuff. Guards running everywhere. So we looking around, what's going on, man? Somebody got stabbed or what? They said, no, man, they looking for somebody. And they said, oh, yeah. He got up on the rail. They had a railing. Now this pavilion sets about, if I took a guess, I'd say about 10 to 12 feet off, the ground. You gotta walk up the steps to get up to the pavilion. He got on that rail, and guards were hollering, get him. A gust of wind just came through, and he jumped. That thing went, like a shoot. And this little bitty motherfucker was swinging. Excuse my French, his little brother was swinging, holding this thing that he made. And the guard tower was right there in the front. And that guard came out with that rifle like that.
Was he actually floating?
Yeah, he was floating. The guards was jumping up trying to grab his feet. It didn't take him all the way up in the earth, but they were floating him. And they were trying to jump up to grab his feet and pull him out of and get with him. But the guard shot a hole through it. He aimed it just right where it'll go through the chute and won't hit nobody. He picked a certain, that chute, when he shot it, that thing went straight to the kitchen and smacked into the wall. Boy, when he hit that grab, boy, they told him up. You hear me? That's when they was whooping the inmates down there. They whooped his butt, bro. I'll never forget that. And then I'm tell you something else. Here's what gets me. I used to think, like all my life, I never, my family had white friends. My daddy worked for, his boss was white, construction. So we didn't have that racism stuff in our house. And ain't nobody in our family went through a racial incident where somebody done called them niggas and was treating them like, discriminating with discrimination. We didn't have that. So I never had a lot of run-ins with the clans, but I knew they existed. I knew they existed to the point to where I even studied them. I know the word Ku Klux Klan derived from the cocking of a rifle. How you cock the rifle? That's where the Ku Klux Klan came from, the name came from the cocking of a rifle. See, I researched all that. I know all that.
I didn't know it.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so they put me, I'm in there fighting and stuff, so they put me on 15 walk the dungeon. Back My cell was right across from the lecture. You know, that's the room they put you in when you're going to get executed. So they got me out down there by myself. Ain't no windows or nothing down there. They cut off all the lights. And then somebody woke me up, and there was about 15 or 20 guards at my door, but it was so dark down there. I knew it was a lot of people, but I couldn't see him. Some guard turned the flashlight on and shined it where you could see his face. Every one of them had pillowcases over their head, bro. Every one of them had pillowcases over their head with eyes cut off in it. And so when I raised up, now I've been fighting these people for a while. I ain't afraid of them. I'll fight you to my death, you know. And then when I raised up, I said, what's going on? I was still headed for sleep, you know. So one of them said, we come to take you home. I said, where's that at? One of them said, hell. So I'm thinking it's an old joke. They trying to scare somebody. One of them, the gate, the cell I was in, it takes a big key to open that door. That's not electronic. A big old key turns and opens that steel gate. That's the death row cell. Some guard shot me with a taser. Man, when them hooks went in me, man, I bounced out of that bed into a flip. See, when you get shot with a taser, they got hooks in them. There's hooks on the wire. All you gotta do is go into a flip and you'll break it. Man, when I came out of that flip, man, I knew the reality of this, that they actually getting ready to kill me. I don't know where my strength came at. There was a steel bar around the bottom of the bed, go from one leg to the other. That's how they got the beds down there. I grabbed that thing and just pulled and broke it off. It was welded on there. I broke it. And I rushed the door and swung that thing through there, and I hit one of them. And they said he got a weapon, and they fled. So I'm like, man, what the hell? And then about 3 hours later, here they come, cut the lights on now. And then here come his little buck teeth sergeant down there named Llik. Big old buck teeth come down like that. Buck teeth, I couldn't stand him. I never had a chance. He was just like Buzz Bunny. You could never get him back. He was that slick. Because one time, I tried to get him back when I threw that hot stuff on that guard. All the guards is in the uproar. They like, we're gonna kill him. So when the shift changed and they told the next shift what I did, when they come down the steps, I heard that water running. They got a sink and it was running. I said, hold up. Somebody running that water like that, they get ready to scald me and try to get me back, right? So I took my mattress off my bed and held it up. So when he came on the wall, he said, boosh! He didn't get nothing but the mattress. I said, you big T punk. I called him everything. And he took a knife, broke it out, and tried to stick the mattress, right? And when I tried to reach through there, he dropped the knife. And this is why I said I ain't never got him back. When that knife hit that ground, I dabbed on the floor trying to reach through the bars and grab it, man, because I get this knife, it's over. It's over. That big T punk stepped on my hand. So my hand went, he said, bam! I said, oh. I said, I'm going to get you. But my hand was hurt. I never got him. Never got him back. He was that good, right? But, yeah, that tried to happen. And then this girl named Riley. See, when they moved me from that walk back up on 13 left, that was 15 walk. I moved on 13 left the next day. I know that I hit somebody with that still bar. So I'm looking for I don't know who they was. They had the hoods over their head, the pillowcases, but I knew I stuck one of them. And whoever I see injured, yeah, he was one of them. And so Riley was working at night at Walk, and he was hurt up here. So I knew it was him. So I had a water drain cover, and it's documented. I took the screws out. On the bottom, it's a round drain cover. Had it like he done made his round, went in the back of the wall. So I'm waiting on him like this. Soon as he get ready past my cell, I said, phew. Man, I threw that thing so hard. It just missed him. And guess what? It hit the wall and stuck in it. That's how hard I threw it. Stuck in the wall. He quit. I ran into an incident like that when they shipped me from Eddyville to LaGrange. I'm going to tell y'all about this. It's a black guard down there. Everybody, it's documented. It's a black guard down there. And I'm not going to get myself a charge put on me. But I'm going to tell you this. You'll be able to figure it out on your own. So I'm sitting down there. This little skinny black guy, he doing everything these white people telling him to do, being nasty, right? So I'm trying to not get a disciplinary write-up report on me. So I went upstairs and I walked in another wing, and when I came out, he said, Johnson, you weren't supposed to be over here, and I'm writing you. I said, hold up, man, hold up. I'm sorry. He said, I'm still writing you up. And he talked real nasty. So I said, okay, fuck him. I'm gonna get him. They send me on back to Eddyville because I don't like nowhere but Eddyville, cause single cell now. So I'm put it to you like this. Somebody went and broke his window. Feel me on this. The Grange got pulled out windows. Broke the window, and the glass came out in the shape of a knife. Wrapped a piece of thing around it, a sheet, for a handle. And he went and talked to his friend, Billy Sloan. Well, Billy's a serial killer, but I ain't know that. Billy's a good dude, though. He get you shot off his back. I don't care who he killed out in society, but that's what he was in her. Talked to Billy Sloan, and you know what he said? Don't do it. Do not do this, man. Do not go and stab this officer. I said, man, he's disrespectful, he's nasty, and all that stuff. So the person he was talking to, he told him don't do it. I ain't gonna say it's me, but you know what I'm saying. So, took the knife, out of glass. Check this out. Went out there, and he's getting ready to make his round. He went on that walk first, and he's watching him go on that walk. Went all the way in the back. The knife, the glass was behind his back like this. So now he's coming to the wing that I was in. As soon as he walked on there, I think he passed about 5 cells he looked into. You got to look at her. As soon as he looked up at me, looked up at the other person, he saw something in their eyes, right? He stopped. And the person tried to go around him because he just came on the wall, don't want him to run back out. He's trapped, gonna trap him in there. This little skinny black guy was quick. He was like Jailhouse. He was quick, bro. That blade was swinging at him. Phew, he would duck and go this way, phew, go that way, then he shot. And he ran, he got away. So, The person already know he's getting ready to go tell all the goers and all that they coming. They get ready to ride hard, you know. So he broke the knife. I mean, the glass is made out of glass. Just broke the glass and threw it in the garbage, right? So instead of hiding, he manipulated. He waited till all of them ran down there. And then he said this. They ran up on me. Turn around and get handcuffed. Right now, boy. I said, what is this all about? What is this all about? The guard's name was Officer Moore. That's his name. And they said, you try to stab him? I said, with what? I said, all I want to do is talk to that officer. I was trying to talk to him, you know, talk to him real nice and stuff. So they took me in the office, and I said, sir, what did I do to you? What did you... Hey, I said, and what's the weapon? You said I did what? I said, look, man, I ain't got nothing but love and respect for you, my brother. Nothing but love. I said, maybe you got me mistaken for somebody else. The people listening to that, they done already heard about who Fleece Johnson was and what he does and done in the Eddyville and them other prisons. So to hear Fleece Johnson talking like he got sense, they believe it. They said, look, what the officer said, I said, look, can I talk to him, sir? Can you? He went nuts. You know what you did to me? You're out. And then grabbed me. And you know what they did? Fired him. Go ahead. Now, next I'm going to talk about one of my, he was a friend of mine. People ask me, they say, I had so many fights, ain't lost. They say, what about 88, man? Let me tell you about 88. He's a hood dude. He's from the hood. Victory Park, Crip, that I know of. He stands about 6'3", weighs about about 320. Solid. That's why they call him Big 88. Knockout. Oh, he was knocking him out in the hoods. I've been hearing about him. So he come to prison. So I'm getting along with all the little gang members and 88 and all of them. The Crips, the Bloods. I got along with everybody. Viceroys. But one day, 88 came in the gym and I played too much, man. You know, and he had something on his mind and they was hollering. Leave him alone, police. He say he's, you know. I said, man, I ain't with all that. Nigga, there ain't no limit. Ain't no limit on playing, man. I said, I should lick my finger and stick it in his ear. They said, please leave him alone. So I went up there, got to messing with him. He said, come on, police, man. Come on, man. All that stuff. He said, man, I got something on my mind, man. I said, nigga, the hell with you, nigga, you ain't nothing on you. I kept messing with him. Man, he just turned around, just out of nowhere, went pop, pop. I was coming up on the bleachers in the gym. I had one leg up when he swung. So I'm already off balance, one leg is in the air. And I hit the floor and slid, almost under the basketball rim. So I sat there and I started laughing. I said, okay. I said, nigga gonna hit me with a little bitch lick. I said, for real? I get up off the ground. So everybody jumped up in all the Crips and stuff. Said, come on, Fleece, man. We told you in advance, man, he didn't want to do all this. He didn't want to do all this and this and that. So I said, okay, I'll start it at, you know. I'm gonna let it go, you know. So I went on and took a shower.
So you lost that fight?
No, I ain't lose shit. I ain't lose nothing. Because the very next day, I'm going towards the gym, and Mr. 320 pounds was standing outside the gym talking to some young dudes. They scared to death of him because they know 88 hits hard. He said, he didn't even hear me coming. He said, you see what I did to that nigga Fleece yesterday? Now that hurt me. Cause I struggled all night. Cause you know why I come up, you get hit, you get your lick back. It ain't over till you get your lick back. But I was gonna let him go because I started all that, right? And I touched him. He turned around. I said, what did you do to me yesterday? Can you do it today? And I just threw him. And when I got done, he was sitting in that garbage can. That's where he was at. So now I ain't lose shit. So let me tell you something else. When it comes to, man, I had a fight with 88. I had a fight with Raymond Baker. I had a fight with Raymond Stevenson. Raymond Stevenson, he's like 6'6", weighed about 280. He smacked me, open hand slap, and took the skin off he peeled the skin off his hand. That's how hard his hands was. It felt like somebody hit me with an iron, bro. Pow! And just stuck it like and did like that. And they gonna try to break it up. All these little 18 and wound up thugs. He peeled the skin off his hand. Break it up, man. Guards coming, all this. About an hour later, we met right down, right up under the gym. I ripped it. Then I met somebody the other day. So you want to hear about comments? And soon I walked up on him the other day, I knew in my heart, just by how he responded seeing me, that he's probably one of them guys that been sending them little negative comments in to me. You know, this and that. Were you gay in prison? Were you this and that? Did you do this and that? I did a lot of things in life. I chalk up as just another experience. I'm not the type that there's nothing in this world that I'm addicted to. So let me tell you this. When I walked up on this dude yesterday, I could call his name out, but I know he knows that I know. I want him to know, without calling his name out, that he's one of them that sent the comment in because you know why? He was running his mouth in prison one day while I was locked up. Now, he was a gangster on the street, and he sat around all these thugs in prison running his mouth. And my brother, like I said, he was a pimp. And he stood there and told me that he pistol whooped my brother on the street and made him run through the projects naked. When I called home and I talked to some people, yeah, that situation happened. When I went past him again, I said, the next time you say anything about my family, I'm going to spit in my hand, I'm going to smack you with it. He jumped up, ooh, I'll pay a nigga to try that. I said, well, say it. He said, I did. And I smacked him. He didn't do shit. Nothing. So I know you the one sending them little bad comments in, but I'm telling you, when I smacked him, I went around there, then me and Roger Bailey got in a fight. They call him Shake and Bake. That's the only man I know that can dunk a basketball, curl it up in his arm like that, go over the rim and knock it in. Roger Bailey ran his mouth. I ran up on him. He said, get out of my face. I said, put you out of my face. Put me out of your face. He said, get out of my face. I said, put me out. I already know what his next move was. He dropped up and swung. I was already ready for the duck. I ducked his leg, came up with that hook. By that time, Jawbreaker, Donnie KLT, that's his name. Every time he fights, he breaks jaws. He hits that hard. He took a state brogan boot and hit me in the back of the head with it. I thought somebody shot me. You know, no, for real, that hurt like hell. I never got him back on that. That's the only lick I never got back. I can actually say that.
So he beat you?
Nah, that nigga ain't beat me. Come on, man. Hey, you know, you making me mad, man. Now, seriously, I went to the hole, man. Did some whole time, came out, and it was squash, right? But, yeah, he did that. I had big money. I had a fight with little money in prison. We turned out to be best friend adolescent, Henry Green. 330. Works out with 600 pounds. Stole me. Stole me. I whooped him. Billy Gully told me, don't let him walk up on you. I whooped him. Now, the baddest dude in the prison, see, here's what happened with me and Money. He stole me, they broke it up. We right up under the guard tower. They break it up. So, somebody came to me and told me they saw this sissy named Johnny Johnson give Money a knife. So I said, oh, shit. He done got paranoid. Money's a good people, man. And I brought that on myself for real. I picked that into these songs, right? He was trying to tell me that he had a boy, and that boy said I was picking. He said, man, the last two boys I had, Fleece, you ran up on them and you chased them off the yard. Don't do this one like that, cause I'll fight over him. I said, man, I cuffed him. Soon I cuffed, he swung, pop. 320 pounds came at me. Somebody that works out with 600 pounds when he lift weights. I stood up on it. So when they told me JJ gave him, Johnny Johnson, we call him JJ for short, gave him a knife, I said he got paranoid because everybody know me that I'm gonna get my lick back. That's what they used to knowing. But this time, I'm like, you know, I'm gonna accept that little hit, man, because I started it. I'm getting ready to. But when I heard that, I went down to the weight pal, got me a 5-pound weight, put it in a t-shirt and tied the arms. But what I forgot about was the neck of the t-shirt, that hole right there. So when I ran up on him, he said, what's up? I said, nigga, this is what's up. When I did like that, the weight fell out and hit the ground. I stand out with a t-shirt with nothing in it. So he was getting ready to rush me, right? I'm talking about, well, he getting ready to come at me like a linebacker, right? I ran and grabbed the weight, and he went the other way, and I threw it. I missed him. It went down there at the canteen, hit the thing, bounced off and hit Anthony Noor. Now, Anthony was considered one of our best boxers in our. I'm talking about his hands was lethal. But Anthony didn't take it. You know, when I went to the hole, I sent word out to the yard to tell Anthony I wasn't intended, you know, all that. That was good. So when I get out of the hole, I'm talking right in front of the gym. That's where everything usually happen at. Me and Billy Gully, he sitting on the rail. So he said, they let me out of the hole first, then they let Little Money out. He said, here he come now, please. Said, don't let him walk up on you. I said, I ain't. So he walks up. He said, hey, can I talk to you, Fleece? I said, no, it ain't nothing we got to talk about, bro. You lucky you got away with what you got away with so far. He said, well, I'm paranoid. I said, that's your problem. He said, well, we got to do something. Talk, I fight. I said, let's fight, nigga. They like that. He came at me, he dropped his little thing, where he carried his little stuff in. We went to war, bro. I'm hitting him with everything. I'm just, I'm throwing everything. You know, he's so big that when he draws back, I done threw 4 or 5 at him, right? But I'm getting tired. My chest is burning. He's rushing me. I'm hooking. He's trying to cut, you know, like he's fighting in a boxing ring, cut the ring off. You know, I know how to spin from side to side, and I was throwing hooks when I was spinning, uppercuts, everything. And then I'm so tired, I'm getting ready to just say, man, you win, bro. Go on and do what you gotta do. That's how my chest was burning. I couldn't even breathe, Holly. And I threw that last punch. It hit him right on the button. He did like that. I said, ooh. Threw that other one. He went down, sat down. He did the same thing I did on 8-8. Sat there and started laughing. But money was so good that he got up. He said, good punch, Fleece. And hugged me. Yeah, that really happened. And I'm sorry that he got out of prison and somebody killed him, killed his brother. Because he was good people, man, for real. He was. So, after I got off parole in Louisville, I said, I'm sick of Kentucky. Sick of them. Them people done took my life. And this is why I was mad about it. Since I want all you so-called judgmental people, the people out there that got power, you lawyers, you black representatives, and all this, hear this out. Now, I got out parole. And I said, I'm done with Kentucky. And this is why. I'm 65 years old, get that. In my whole life, I only been on the streets in this outside world 13 years out of 65. The rest of it, I was locked up somewhere. So it'll make you wonder. He only been on the streets 13 years out of 65 years of living. Damn, what did he do? God, his crime must have been, ooh. No murder, no rape, no killing, no bad assault, no burning down buildings, no bomb threat, no terroristic shit, no kidnapping, hostage, none of that. What did y'all lock his man up that made him be locked up out of 65 years of living? He only been on the streets 13 years out of 65 years. Only 13 years been on the streets. What was his crime? See? When you look into that, you'll find out, man, they railroad me. It's as simple as that. Railroad me. Railroaded me. And then, cut. I'm going to talk about this last. You know, I hear a lot of stuff about white people. Nasty. Yeah, the ones in the old days, yeah, they were. Filthy. I wouldn't have survived back in slavery because I would have fought. I know I would have. But while I was doing my time in prison, when I told y'all I kept having these, I started going to church. So I ran into a white man, old white country man. They call him Bob Tucker. He was a volunteer preacher that comes in and speak to the inmates and stuff. So, and Bob Tucker, he always had like a little, his eye was saying it like he walked slow and stuff, but he told me, he said, hey, the Lord has sent me to you to baptize you. And I got baptized. That seed he planted in me, it remained. But me doing all the stuff I was doing, still sinning, still fighting back. You know, I had this thing where I wanted to fight back. It kept me where I was at. You know, how can you have somebody that is constantly fighting the people you getting ready to help him, to have to defend him from? So, the last thing I want to say is to my preacher. I got out on the streets. It's been like When Bob Tucker did what he did, it was like I had about 30-something years before I got out. I finally got out. So one day, me and my wife, like I told you, we was experiencing situations where this stuff on the internet that I was a serial rapist and all this stuff, it was making people fire me off my job, them lies. And we was getting ready to get evicted. And on the last day, my wife told me, let's go to church. I said, for what? I said, what, to give him some money? We ain't got no money to give him. She said, I asked you as a good husband that I know you are, go to church. So we went to Bates, one of the biggest black churches in Louisville, Bates Memorial, under Pastor Bruce Williams. And so I'm sitting up in the congregation, and I'm mad. Man, we getting kicked out. And they won't give me a job or nothing. I don't have no problems working, man. I love working. But all this old lying stuff on the internet, that stuff done really hurt me out here. And I know the Department of Corrections is behind it, So I went down there and speak to the preacher. I'm gonna prove to my wife that this church stuff ain't working. I went down there. I said, excuse me, are you the pastor? He said, yes, I am. He said, I'm a little busy. How can I help you? I said, me and my wife is going homeless. He said, who you here with? I said, Steve Spalding. He called Deacon Gassover and said, put them in a house and pay the 3 months rent. And I'm sitting there looking like, and they took up donations. They said, y'all had anything to eat? And I'm thinking it's going to be, give us a couple of bologna sandwiches, a little carton of milk. They gave us $75, said, go get y'all something to eat. Every Sunday, we come in that church. In Sunday school, they take up donations and bring it to me and my wife. And I felt so bad about it. I said, no, I can't take nothing else, bro. Y'all done did enough for us, and you making me feel ashamed in front of my wife, right? But they good people. And I want Pastor Bruce Williams to know this. I know I ain't been in church in a while, Pastor. And I know our motto, we are changed people changing the world. That's what you preached in church. That's the motto, change people changing the world. I ask you, Bruce, to rely on God. On anything you see me saying and doing in her, know one thing. I'm doing it for a reason. All right, this is to my fans. Y'all know I keep it real. I'm going to keep it real. Okay, I'm going to show you how real I am. Have I ever been gay? Yeah. All right, that's the first realness. The second thing I want to say to y'all is this. When God came to me in that prison, and I'm not the one that'll believe anything. You just can't tell me anything. I done read all the Malcolm X. I done read all that stuff. Everything dealing with white people, dealing with the Bible, all the criticism, who wrote the Bible. I done went through all that, so I know truth. And I don't let nobody tell me something, and I just believe it. You got to prove something to me. Especially the Bible, the spirituality, Jesus, God, going to hell, the devil. I never believed in it, but I do now. And the reason I do is because God revealed it to me in prison. And I'm keeping it real with you. He let me see two things in her. Remember when I told y'all once that I saw a spirit inside of that boy? A demon, a spirit, whatever. It was a powerful one. So terrible was the sight of it that I peed. Every bone in my body shook, every nerve went haywire. I never looked a person in the eye that is my friend, that was my friend hours ago, and see something in them that would make me do it. So I know that's real. And I already heard about God, so here's the point I'm getting to. I was allowed to see this enemy. That's our major enemy. I was allowed to see it. I don't know how he got in dude. I don't know who he's in next, because dude died right after I seen him. In it. That thing destroyed him.
It was Cliff, wasn't it?
Yeah, little Cliff.
Yeah.
That thing destroyed him. You know, they lied about his death. Bullet turned gangrene. I know more. I know a lot about that. But here's the point. I was allowed to see this enemy that I couldn't even stand and just look at eye to eye without what I told you happened. You remember I told you that other story about my spiritual dream at time when I saw the birth of Jesus. And that when his mama, before her water broke, it was passed from her to me to feel what she was feeling as if I was having it. See, I didn't have understanding then. I didn't know that when her water broke, like I told you, it was like 100 dams breaking at the same time, filled with gushing water, wasn't nothing but with joy. It was so, and it filled me from head to toe. See, I was so wrapped up in fighting them people and fighting back that it passed me what the purpose of this was. And then when you take that into account, my name Fleece, and the wool that covers a sheep is called a fleece, and that Jesus referred to his people as sheep. And he told them when he left, he's going to send a comforter back to comfort them. And he's going to do that with the truth. See, I missed that point. Now I know I got what you call a destiny. I know what it is now, but I don't know if it's too late for me. You know, because I turned down a want to go there.
I don't think it's ever too late.
No, I don't think it's too late. Here's what I'm saying. Not to my fans, but I want y'all to know where I'm going with this. Because y'all know I'm going to keep it real. There is somebody out there in society, intelligent, spiritually intelligent, knows exactly what I'm talking about, know that what rushed through me was a Holy Ghost, and this enemy I saw, yeah, they say the last enemy to be destroyed. What I need, sanctuary. Can you? Is it listening? I need sanctuary. And because right now, I would say what is getting ready to happen in this world, the battles that is coming, is going to require, we can't stand up on what we got. We got to have a spirit in us. That Holy Ghost spirit, that power that comes from the Holy Ghost, oh yeah. And me sitting there thinking, why did God show me this? Am I supposed to get this spirit in me and then spread it? But now I'm trapped off into something, right? I smoke, I still sin. I'm still not right with God all the way. I'm being truthful with y'all. But I have a deep desire in my heart to fulfill my destiny, right? And I'm going to. There's greatness behind my name. I know it. That's it. And this is from our dude Big E, man. Big E, he came out of what's that prison in Mississippi or somewhere? He came out of one of them bad prisons. He got a accident. But when he was in that prison, he was a boxer, you know. And he came to Eddyville. Big E, he used to fighting 5 or 6 people at one time. I mean, that's how he likes to roll. Big dude. So I remember one day, me and E, man, I told that story, didn't
I don't know.
I? About Cliff.
The demon?
No, about Big E go try Cliff one day.
I don't know.
Man, almost got us tore up. Cause like I said, Cliff was no joke. He had about 200 people ride, died, killed, do anything for him. And he got messing with Cliff. He said, me and Cliff almost balled up. But me and Big E is friends. So if you got a problem, I got to be there with you, bro. I'm not going to leave you there. I'll fight whoever, whenever. So they made a circle around us, around me, around Big E. So I use a lot of psychological stuff sometimes. I ain't gonna lie. They say I'm the best man gamer. I told these guys when they made a circle around us. They said, what you niggas want? Some trouble? Y'all want some trouble? I say, look, I was talking loud, so everybody sitting out there, you know, we on the basketball court. Everybody sitting down there watching the game. I want them to hear me. I said, all right, I'm telling y'all what. I said, before y'all swing, I'm gonna close my eyes and give you a chance, all right? I closed both eyes like that. I said, ain't nobody swung yet. I said, hold up. I said, maybe if I put my hands behind my back, close my eyes, and give you a better opportunity. They brought that. It puzzled them. They was like, who's this nigga? This nigga's hands that good? You know, where he can take us out with his eyes closed and all that? They brought it, man. I was scared to death. I'm telling you right now, they had us. They let it slide. I said, come on, Big E, let's go. Man, I was walking away from it. I said, man, what's wrong with you, man? He said, man, I can't believe you called Cliff and them out and their whole crew, man. I'm looking at him like, bruh, they would have destroyed us down there. I ain't no jokes about it. I don't care how good I can fight and how good you can fight 5 or 6 people. We was outnumbered, and his thugs, yeah, they was killers, for real. And so we went in the gym, and I thought it was over with, right? Cliff ain't letting that go like that. He came in the gym, and we was cool, like I said. Me and Cliff was cool. He said, hey, Fleece, let me talk to you. He said, yeah, what you did? He said, man, I can't let you go like that, bro. I said, so what you suggest, Cliff? He had 2 of them little killers with him. He said, you got to bang them. I said, let's do it. So we went on the side of, they got a wall right there, like when you walk in the gym, you got the office, then you got the side wall. It's like a blind side. So I said, what is this, one at a time or both? He said, one at a time. I said, no, I want both. And I whooped them. They couldn't really fight. They were just big and strong. They had to grab me. The one that was stocky, I'd already seen him lift weights a lot, and I know if I let him grab me, I might as well just give up, because he's that strong. But I was so quick with my punches and like my feet moving and stuff, so the other one, he couldn't really fight, you know, so I won. But I never forget that was the closest. And Big E, wherever you at, you remember that, don't you, Llik? I know you remember. Yeah.